Hey everybody, it's Jim, and today I want to talk about how to pick what you should actually sell if you choose to downsize gear for whatever reason, and how to avoid making a gigantic mistake like I almost did, which I'm going to talk about in today's video. I know more people right now than at any other point that I can remember outside of, I think, early 2020 that are selling guitars, and it's kind of wild. A lot of people in the comment section have been saying the same things. I'm not buying anything. I'm done. And matter of fact, I'm just going to drive to the local music store and just drop it off. Take whatever cash they'll give me. I don't even want to deal with the hassle with it. And I can understand that. And I found myself in a similar kind of train of thought about a few weeks ago. I started to look at all the gear that I had. And I was looking for redundancies, stuff that I thought I would maybe one day use and just haven't really ever used, and said, you know what, it's time. I got to list a bunch of stuff up, and it's for the best because creatively I'm of the opinion that sometimes option paralysis is a very real thing and it can affect all of us. Eventually I finalized my list of all the gear that I was going to be willing to sell, but I knew that I would probably have to do it in batches just for my own sanity's sake and to make sure that logistically everything could get out the door and properly listed and accurately listed. In the first batch of things that I listed for sale, though, was one guitar. It was my Fender Custom Shop 1963 reissue Stratocaster. In my head, it was an easy one on paper because it was redundant. I have this one now. Fender sent me this. It's the American Vintage 2 1961, and I love it. I absolutely love this guitar. I'm playing it all the time. It's quickly become like one of my main guitars, and I thought to myself, you know, do I really need another Strat? If especially with this one, I kind of have that base covered. Why not keep some other guitars that might be a little bit of a different flavor that I also like, and, you know, capitalize on the fact that I have two. You don't necessarily need two of everything, right? Now here's where things get a little bit interesting. The last video I posted on this channel was a demo of the Origin Effects Deluxe 61 pedal. When I initially sat down and I made my plan for how I wanted to film it, I knew I wanted to use this guitar because, as I just stated, I really love it. I think it sounds great with the pedal. So I did. I started off, I filmed this whole talking head sort of section, and then when it came time to the demos, everything was going great until this happened. Obviously, having a string break on you while you're in the middle of filming a video for a brand collaboration is not ideal, but I had the cameras rolling and this work needed to get done. This was going to be the last time that I had to be able to sort of film, so I needed to make a snap decision on what guitar I was going to do the demo with instead of this one because I didn't want to have to go through and restring the thing. I went over to the rack. I didn't think that hard about it. I just grabbed the green Stratocaster, and as you would have seen, that's the guitar that we used. The funny thing is, though, it wasn't because I needed a Strat sound. Any of the guitars could have worked, it would have done just fine, but I instinctively chose that because it just felt right. The moment I sat down with this guitar, I knew I made the right decision. I felt comfortable, I felt at home, and the rest of the demo went off without a hitch, and in my opinion, I thought it sounded absolutely killer. Now, my kind of like takeaway sort of section here, at least for myself, not for you guys. I'm not here to preach to any of you guys about what you should or shouldn't do, just giving you my own experience, right? When I initially made the list and I looked at the rack, I looked at the different sorts of offerings that I had, and each one is a little bit different. Some of them are semi-hollow body, some have unique sorts of pickups in them, other ones are rarer guitars that would be very hard to replace, whereas when I looked at the two Strats, I thought 3 single coil pickups, 6 screw vintage vibrato systems. Come on, do I really need both of them? But at the end of the day here, it's more than that. Not only are they a little bit fundamentally different in the necks, I mean, this is a little bit more modern with the specs, and the shape of it is widely different. It's got a large C-neck profile on it. We'll dive into more of that later, but at the end of the day here, the specs don't matter. The layout doesn't matter. When you're actually working on music, you want the guitar in your hands that feels comfortable, that feels familiar, that you can trust. And that's this guitar, as it is with the American Vintage 61. So to get rid of an exceptional instrument that I instinctively grabbed, and I can't stress this enough here, I could have grabbed any other guitar out of the rack, no pressure, and I still picked this one. That's it for today's video. I knew this was something a little bit different, but if you've ever sold a guitar that you've come to regret later down the road, or even pretty much immediately after you've sold it, feel free to let me know in the comments section down below. If you've ever had the situation where I did, where you're able to pull the listing before you made a mistake, you came to that sort of epiphany that I did, let me know which one it was and why. Thank you all for your time. I appreciate each and every one of you that watches till the end or just watches it all. See you on the next one. Take it easy.